Pow, and welcome back to the channel Dan Who Reviews. My name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram. Today our Marvel Legends reviews continue with this Lizard Build-A-Figure wave, and it's the second figure I'm going to review, and it is Spider-Man Noir. I've already reviewed Mysterio. The video is on my channel now, so go and check out that videos tab and have a look for that. Then come back and watch this, as this is another figure that a lot of people wanted to see reviews for. I'm probably going to end up buying a couple of these guys, and I will explain why towards the end. But as you can see, Spider-Man Noir in all black in the front of the box. We get an arm for the Lizard Build-A-Figure, and we get two weapons as well. As always, we get some art on the side, which is just very mysterious and all black. On the back, we get a little bit of a read up, and then as always, we get a list of all the figures in this wave you need to complete the Lizard Build-A-Figure. Today we're reviewing Spider-Man Noir. So yeah, this is basically 1930s Spider-Man set in a different world, and I'll try my best to explain it as we go along. But yeah, let's open this guy up. Pow, and here we have Spider-Man Noir out of the box, looking very nice against that all-white background. I do really like the all-black character design on this guy, and yes, it's got a bit of reuse, but I actually think it works for the character. But I'll get into that in a minute. In regards to accessories, he comes with the Build-A-Figure piece for Lizard, and as always, I'll review the Build-A-Figure last. So subscribe to the channel for the rest of the reviews from this wave, and then obviously I will finish with the Lizard. And this arm is looking very menacing, quite long as well, so look forward to reviewing that guy. The only other accessories he comes with are these two guns. Now, in my opinion, these two guns do not really suit the 1930s era. These look too futuristic, for my opinion, to fit this figure, but they will work if you're not too bothered about accuracy. I'm sure a lot of you ain't. But if you're a collector, then you're gonna have tons of guns in your collection anyway, so I wouldn't even worry about that. You can mix and match and change. He comes with two trigger fingers, which you can see very clearly there, which will fit both of the guns. These guns, as I said, are not very good. The actual trigger hole is too small for the fingers to fit through, but here, hold them, but it just doesn't look great, to be fair. He has a holster as well in the middle, obviously in the middle, and I actually quite like this holster. If I can zoom in and show you, it actually has, if it will focus, there you go, it actually has embroidery, so it actually looks like leather, and it does, as I said, it does fit the guns, just doesn't fit on well. But the holster itself is very nice if you can find a gun that fits, maybe a revolver. Only has one holster though, nothing on this side, unfortunately. It would have been much better with two holsters, but no, just the one. But yeah, other than that, I ain't really got much to complain about with the figure. I think, yes, it's got reuse. The top part is from an AIM or Ghost Rider. The jacket we've seen many times before on the Epic Heroes Punisher, on Red Skull and Nick Fury. A lot of people don't like it because it obviously hinders articulation, but if you're just posing your figures on the shelf and not playing with them, which is obviously I just have mine posed on the shelf, then I think the jacket looks quite good, to be fair. I do have a version, I think I took the General Hux Black Series jacket and put it on Nick Fury, and that looked alright, so maybe I'll do that swap at the end of the video. But again, I think the character, this reuse of parts is perfect for the character design. Obviously a brand new head sculpt, because you sort of had to, as it's got quite a unique head sculpt. But yeah, I really like it, people. Spider-Man Noir, nice figure to add to your Spider-Verse. But for anyone asking the question, Dan, who is Spider-Man Noir? Then let me answer that question by saying, Spider-Man Noir, who is he?
So this is the part of the video where we ask the question, who is he? And I try and give you a little bit of information about the character that this figure is inspired by. So, Spider-Man Noir, who is he? Well, this alternative version of Spider-Man is still Peter Parker, but it's set in 1933 in a much darker toned Marvel Noir universe. He debuted in his own 4-issue miniseries with Spider-Man Noir #1 in 2009. After being bit by a spider and dreaming of the Spider God, he awoke with his arachnid abilities. His outfit is inspired by his uncle's World War I era airman uniform. Since then, Spider-Man Noir has appeared a few times in the Marvel Spider-Verse crossover events and was recently a member of the Web Warriors.
There you go, so I hope that helped. Again, I do not claim to be an expert, but it is nice to have a little bit of information about the characters that these figures are inspired by. Now, let's get into it, shall we? So we have Spider-Man Noir. Let's bring in the Punisher. This is the Netflix Punisher, not any other one. And then let's bring in my Nick Fury. Now, as you can see, they're all very, very similar, but this Nick Fury just doesn't stand up. He never has. The leg articulation on this guy is terrible. And it is the same with this Red Skull as well. Now, Red Skull and Nick Fury, in my opinion, are two very important characters to my collection, so I definitely want them on there, but I believe this body will just have the same effect. So let's try that, shall we? Let's bring Punisher out for a minute. As you can see, this Nick Fury has the General Hux jacket on, so I'm going to do a couple of switches and swaps and let's see what you think. So I'm going to use some movie magic so you're not getting bored watching me do all this. So let's zoom in for a minute and then see what these head swaps are like, shall we? There you go, that works for me in my opinion. Doesn't have the decals with the Hydra logo like it does on this guy, but it just better articulation. Like the leg articulation on these figures is really bad, so this works really, really well. So happy with that. And again, his Nick Fury works really well, and both of these heads pop right on the peg with no modifications at all, which is like Hasbro knew. Hasbro knew what they were doing, didn't they? But yeah, so definitely going to probably buy a couple of more of these bodies so I can get rid of these old terrible ones. But yeah, looking really good. Let's have a swap of the jackets. So really quick, here's Spider-Man Noir again as he originally came. Here he is with no jacket, which is completely fine. He actually does look like this in some of the comics. Just I prefer with the jacket in my opinion. Let's try the General Hux jacket. So there's Spider-Man Noir with General Hux from the Black Series jacket. I actually think that will work better with Red Skull's head. Let's try that. Okay, so this is Spider-Man Noir body, Red Skull head and General Hux jacket. I actually think that works really well. That may be my new Red Skull for the shelf. Not too sure. Let's try Spider-Man Noir with the Punisher's jacket. And this is Spider-Man Noir with the Netflix Punisher jacket. So yeah, there you go, lots of combinations. I'm bored of playing dress up with these toys now. Let's get back to the comparisons. For all you Spider-Verse fiends out there, here's a quick comparison with Peter Parker and then Spider-Man UK. So yeah, this guy's going to fit perfectly into your Spider-Verse collection. And lastly, here he is compared to Cotton Ball Head Mysterio, the only other figure in this wave that I've reviewed so far. Make sure you check out the videos tab and check out my review for Mysterio as well. So yeah, final thoughts on this guy is I think, yes, it's a reuse parts from Hasbro, but if it works, it works. And I do think the reuse parts suit this character. So I think a lot of people of the Spider-Verse fandom are going to love this figure. I'm quite happy to have this figure. I like that we get reuse out of it, whether it be Nick Fury or Red Skull. That's the magic of toys, people. Use your imagination. It's your own collection. You can do what you want with them, and it's all fun and games. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. What jacket variation is the best? What are you doing? Are you just keeping them as plain old Spider-Man Noir? But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Hit that subscribe button. As always, did I just mention, hit that subscribe button, and I shall see you on the next one.